The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
We're talking with Dr. Ben Carson. Do you think people have been unfair to Obama because of his race?
I don't generally get that impression. I think, we're very quick to evoke racism in this country. And I think we really need to start asking ourselves, in the case of Obama, when you get ready to convict somebody to say that they're racist because they disagree with them, ask yourself, if it was a white person who was proposing the exact same thing, would they be in agreement? And let that be your litmus test.
But for example, I never heard of a president before question about his birth certificate being treated as if he's a foreign, not one of us. He's a secret Muslim. Doesn't that arise out of some kind of soft bigotry?
Well, I would say the best way to put that to rest is expose everything, including your academic records. Let us know, where did you apply when you applied to Columbia? From where were you applying? But let's have some.
Wasn't it accidental? But he's released now both versions of a birth certificate, and that wasn't even enough for those who kept criticizing him for not releasing the information. And they said, that's not real. They continued to say it wasn't real.
But don't you think, and just try to be totally objective in answering this question.
Okay.
Don't you think it is reasonable for people who are seeking public office or in public office to allow people to see what they're getting and to expose their past records?
It's fair. What you said is fair, but you just said a few moments ago, and it's a very good question. You ask yourself, would you have the same reaction were it a white person versus a black person? No white president's ever been asked to produce a birth certificate.
But has there been anybody else who had a shroud of secrecy around their records like this has?
Do you have any question about whether he was born in this country?
I do have questions about where he applied from when he applied to Columbia.
But do you have any question about whether he was born in the United States?
That has not been an issue for me.
Right, so you know he was born in Hawaii.
I accept that that's the case.
Right.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is the birther movement, questioning whether a president was even born here, saying he's really a Kenyan, he's really an African, and he's not even a Christian, he's really a Muslim. A white president never had to go through that.
I don't think that it is racially motivated. I do think that people want to know because, be objective. You have somebody whose name is Barack Hussein Obama.
Right.
There's secrecy about some of his records. There's something that's been written in the past, which I'm sure you're familiar with, that says that he was born somewhere else. But
do you agree? Do you believe that?
I don't believe that's true. No. But what I'm saying is that there is reason that some people might be suspicious.
I'm not
one of them.
You're not suspicious.
I'm not suspicious.
But what I'm suggesting is that suspicion arises out of maybe even a subconscious racism about a black president, about questions about which have never been asked about any other, president. It's just.
But I don't think there's an objective way to get to the answer.
Right.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.